These are the closest things we have to muscle cars in the modern era, and in the world of the Prius and the... What?
It's with the boots and the ponytail.
I am from Texas. I can get back in touch with my roots for these cars. The Mustang has more body roll than the Camaro. It almost feels like you've got the front from one car and the rear from another.
There is no doubt about the power of this car. I'm driving the 2010 Camaro SS.
This is pretty much the poster child for the retro muscle car. The Mustang only got it because it was first. This is the one that we drooled on for years until Chevy finally got around to actually making the damn car.
It's up there with apple pie, Coca-Cola, baseball, and everything else that swells your chest with American pride.
I have to wonder how long they're even going to still make cars like this. Because as gas continues to get more expensive, eventually these cars will make no sense. Even if you don't want to own one of these, you need to go somewhere and drive
it. Royal Purple is the performance oil that outperforms. More power and torque, reduced wear, better economy, longer oil life. It's so good that 25 out of 28 of America's top high-performance engine builders relied on it at this year's Engine Masters Challenge. Why? Royal Purple delivers real-world performance. Royal Purple, the performance oil that outperforms.
If you're interested in muscle cars, it's because you kind of want to relive the days gone by. The Camaro will do that. In fact, what is it about the red-blooded American male that we like V8 noise so much? It just turns me into a 5-year-old with a driver's license.
One more reason the Taliban hates us. It's an angry, mean, muscular styling, but it really spills over onto the driver.
The Camaro is an attitude amplifier. If you go through life with a little bit of swagger, you're going to go through life with 110% swagger when you own this car. They just drive along beside you on the freeway and stare at the Camaro.
This is a hot-looking car. It's got very sharp, angular styling. There's a lot of creases. Personally, I don't like the 3 shapes just ahead of the rear wheels. It's kind of a faux vent shape, and I'm not sure what it's doing there.
I do like the styling of the Camaro. In fact, I like it inside and out, and I can't say that for either the Mustang or the Challenger.
It suffers from the American car design disease of being way too big. Sitting in the Camaro for the first time, this has got to be one of the best GM interiors I've ever been in.
They maintained the conical gauges that used to be on the old muscle cars, and extra gauges for things like transmission temp. It's actually a fantastic place to be, unless you're the passenger. It looks like GM didn't really know what to do for the passenger, so they decided to just do nothing.
All the controls are really centered around the driver, but I like it. It's just clean and interesting, except for these stupid seats. It feels like they're cream-filled sponge cake.
I understand that about 3/4 of this car is engine bay, but the back seats are still completely unusable and the trunk is surprisingly small.
The car just simply doesn't need to be this big and heavy.
It has the low and planted feel you would normally expect in a full sports car.
It does, it just doesn't give me the kind of feedback I'm looking for.
The tighter the road gets, the larger the Camaro gets. It doesn't have the body roll of the Challenger, which feels like a listing ship. This feels like a linebacker trying to learn to dance. He can do it, he's just not real thrilled about it.
This thing is a pig. It feels the same going straight as I do going through a corner. So that means my confidence level is a lot less.
I don't really feel like the steering wheel directly connects me to the pavement, but the Camaro is so wide and the suspension is firm enough that it still gives you confidence. With an engine note like this, you really want to wrestle it around. It just turns me into a child.
The engine is the best part about this car. This is a massive engine.
It's addictive. Suddenly you turn into a hooligan. You can be in any gear at any time, look at a hole in traffic and go, "Can I pass there?" Yes, you absolutely can.
The car negates everything that Prius drivers worldwide are trying to do by saving gas. It's like 1 Camaro equals 5 Prii. Now, there is a gripe that I have with the transmission, and that is this stupid gas-saving feature.
The center console tells you when you're in first gear how to shift from first to fourth. In fact, it tries to lock you out and force you to go first to fourth.
What's up with that?
I don't know, I'm just thinking if you're gonna have a diagram in a car like this, it makes more sense that it shows you how to put your foot through the firewall. I don't want to drive this nice. Not now, not later.
I feel like I'm driving like a jerk everywhere I go in the Camaro. I'm blipping the throttle, revving the engine, jumping in line, cutting ahead of people, roaring away from the stoplight. It turns me into something I'm not.
I did something I haven't done in years. I sat at a stoplight, and instead of being bored or listening to the radio or making a phone call, I rolled down the windows and just revved the engine. And it was glorious.
It's a huge, fat American car. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun. Would I own one though? I don't think so.
With more steering feel and a little bit more interior space, the Camaro will become one of my very favorite cars.
All right, so we've driven a couple of the modern interpretations of the muscle car. The Challenger isn't here, but of the two, which do you like?
The Challenger, I'm actually glad isn't here for one reason. This is an awfully windy road today. And the Challenger,
Well,
it's got
yeah.
the most body roll by far, probably 800 pounds
These
on some of these cars.
aren't typically taken on roads that we do today.
No, we really ran them through the ringer. And
Yeah.
the thing is, of these two, Camaro wins. Absolutely.
You think so?
Oh, no question. It's a muscle car. It's anger on wheels.
Yeah, but I felt like a jerk. Everybody on the road hates me because I
Anger on
drive like a
wheels.
jerk.
That's a muscle car. That's why you buy one. You don't buy one to be nice. It's the anti-Prius.
Well,
You said it to me.
I like the Mustang. It's got a little bit more sophistication. The styling's a little bit nicer. It's going to age better. It handles better.
The Challenger will age better than both of these two. But I'm sorry, you cannot argue refinement on a Mustang with a live rear axle beam in the back. That's not refined. That's technology from
Yeah, but-
the days of horse and cart.
You got to admit, it handles better than the Camaro.
Better is relative. It's more precise.
You know, whatever you're looking for.
No, not whatever you're looking for. Muscle cars. Camaro, come on.
A combination of good brakes and tighter handling really make this the driver's car of the two. Camaro's just a hot rod. This is a true enthusiast car.
The Mustang isn't exciting in the mundane. So for a car that you'll drive every day and sit in traffic and figure out parking for and throw your groceries in, the Camaro is going to keep you interested longer.
I don't think I'd want a car this big, this heavy, and this thirsty to drive every day. Plus, it makes me a really aggressive driver.
This car is fun to be seen in, it's a blast to drive, it's fun to sit in traffic. And ultimately, if you're going to spend this much money on an automobile, you should smile all the time.